Your neighbor's smart home might be messing with your Wi-Fi, not because they hacked you, not because their doorbell camera is connecting to your router, but because Wi-Fi does not stop at the wall between your houses. If you live in an apartment, townhouse, duplex, or a neighborhood where the houses are close together, your Wi-Fi is sharing the air with everyone around you. And smart home devices can make that air a lot busier than people realize. Here is the simple version. Wi-Fi is not like an Ethernet cable where only your traffic uses the wire. Wi-Fi is more like a conversation in a room. If two people talk at the same time, they step on each other. So Wi-Fi devices take turns. Your phone talks, your router answers, your TV streams, your camera checks in, your neighbor's smart plug wakes up, their doorbell uploads video, their thermostat sends data, their speaker checks for updates, their router sends beacon signals. Everybody is trying to talk in the same invisible room. And the worst part is that a lot of smart home gear uses 2.4 gigahertz Wi-Fi. That band is popular because it reaches farther and goes through walls better than 5 gigahertz or 6 gigahertz. But that is also the problem. If it reaches farther for you, it reaches farther for your neighbors too. On 2.4 gigahertz, there are really only 3 clean Wi-Fi channels: 1, 6, and 11. That means in a crowded area, dozens of routers, cameras, smart plugs, light bulbs, printers, thermostats, and baby monitors may all be fighting over the same few lanes. This does not always lower your speed test in an obvious way. Sometimes the download number still looks okay, but the connection feels worse. Web pages hesitate, video calls glitch, games get random lag spikes, smart TVs buffer for a second and then recover. Your phone says you have full Wi-Fi bars, but everything feels inconsistent. That is because signal strength and Wi-Fi quality are not the same thing. You can have a strong signal and still have a noisy channel. Imagine standing close to someone at a concert. They are right next to you, but you still have trouble hearing them because the room is loud. That is what Wi-Fi interference feels like. Smart home devices can make it worse in a few ways. First, they add more devices that need airtime. Even if each one uses tiny amounts of data, every device still has to check in, listen, and sometimes transmit. Second, a lot of cheap smart devices are not great Wi-Fi citizens. Some are old 2.4 gigahertz only devices. Some have weak radios. Some retry traffic over and over when the signal is bad. More retries means more airtime wasted. Third, cameras and video doorbells can upload constantly. A single camera is not always a big deal, but several cameras in one home, plus several more in nearby homes, can add up. Fourth, neighbor routers can overlap with yours. If every router is set to auto channel, they may all keep jumping around, or they may all pile onto the same channel because each one thinks it made the best choice. So what can you actually do? Start by moving important devices to 5 gigahertz or 6 gigahertz when possible. Phones, laptops, streaming boxes, gaming systems, and newer TVs should usually be on the faster band, not stuck on 2.4. Keep 2.4 gigahertz for things that really need it. Smart plugs, older printers, thermostats, and devices far from the router. Next, check your channel. You can use a Wi-Fi analyzer app to see how crowded channels 1, 6, and 11 are. Do not obsess over it, but if your router is sitting on a packed channel, manually choosing a cleaner one can help. Also, do not use extra wide channels on 2.4 gigahertz. A 40 megahertz wide channel sounds faster, but in a crowded neighborhood, it usually just creates more overlap. For 2.4, 20 megahertz is usually the safer choice. Router placement matters too. Get it out of a cabinet. Keep it away from metal, appliances, thick walls, and the floor. A better location can improve your signal enough that your devices waste less time retrying. If your router supports it, use separate names for 2.4 and 5 gigahertz while troubleshooting. That makes it easier to tell what your devices are actually using. And if you have a lot of smart home devices, consider putting them on a separate Wi-Fi network or guest network. That does not magically remove interference, but it can keep cheap smart devices away from your main computers and phones, and it can make troubleshooting easier. The big takeaway is this: your neighbor's smart home is probably not stealing your internet, but it can absolutely add noise and congestion to the Wi-Fi channels your home depends on. If your Wi-Fi feels random, especially on 2.4 gigahertz, the problem may not be your internet plan at all. It may be the air around your house getting crowded. If you want to learn more, subscribe for more plain English internet tips, and leave a comment with any internet, Wi-Fi, router, gaming, streaming, or speed test issue you would like me to explain in a future video.